Twisted Timbers is an RMC I-Box redo of the old Hurler wooden roller coaster at Kings Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. It opened in 2018 and has since become not only one of the best rides at Kings Dominion, but also anywhere in the world. It delivers a smooth experience with intense ejector airtime and features some of the best elements on any RMC. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Twisted Timbers and our comments about what you can expect when you ride this coaster. Before we get started, please like and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And now, into the review. Twisted Timbers is located in the Candy Apple Grove section of Kings Dominion. While there are other rides in the section like Delirium, Bad Apple, and Drop Tower, Twisted Timbers anchors this section of the park. Located next to and behind the Jukebox Diner, Twisted Timbers dominates the midway. Just one look at its first drop and you are hooked. When you walk up to the ride's entrance, a brick structure prominently displaying the Twisted Timbers logo, an amazing tree with steel twisting around it, and the beautifully redone station greet you. You enter the queue by going to the right, which hugs Twisted Timbers' first drop. You then make your way past a centerpiece featuring a rusty abandoned truck and an impact crater with a glowing orb through some switchbacks which pass under some orchard sheds and under parts of the ride structure. This queue is really good as you get to see the coaster in action, especially as it travels through its layout. Before you make your way to the station, you will stop at the locker bay, which features free double-sided lockers. To rent a locker, you need to enter your birth date and select an image. Because of the metal detectors in this section of the queue, you must put all loose articles in the locker. That includes phones, wallets, keys, etc. Make sure you remember that image because you will need it after you get off the ride. Once you have deposited your loose articles in the locker, you make your way to the station. You climb up some stairs into the station where a lightly themed station greets you. While there is some Hanover Hill theming with apples and cool woodwork structures, this station does not differ all that much from the original Hurler station. Once you reach the ride, you board one of Twisted Timbers' two 24-passenger trains, buckle your seatbelt, and pull down your lap bar once the ride operators tell you to do so. We recommend waiting until the ride operators say restraints locked to pull down your lap bar, which will firmly engage. After you have pulled down your lap bar and cleared dispatch, you take a right-hand turn down out of the station to start your ride. Unlike later RMC pre-lift sections, Twisted Timbers features conventional straight track, which leads into the 111-foot tall lift hill. At the top of the lift hill, you make a banking right-hand turn into Twisted Timbers' first drop and inversion, a barrel roll drop. This barrel roll drop is amazing as it gives riders some decent hang time in the front rows and some good whip in the back. Out of the barrel roll drop, you fly over a small speed hill which delivers some great ejector airtime before going into a massive rightward overbank turn. You then fly over another small speed hill, which delivers some more great ejector airtime before climbing into the first large airtime hill. You go into another airtime hill, followed by another airtime hill. And these three consecutive airtime hills deliver some of the best ejector airtime on any roller coaster in the back row. You also feel some great ejector airtime in the front rows. You then fly over a rightward banking bunny hop into Twisted Timbers' second inversion, a cutback. This cutback is awesome as it delivers some hang time in the front rows and great inverted whip in the back rows. Out of the cutback, you then fly over a turning airtime hill, followed by a straight airtime hill, into a trick track double up, which is an airtime hill banking to the right, followed by another airtime hill banking to the left. Next, you fly over another airtime hill into a rightward banking turn, which banks you outwards before banking you back towards the right. You then go over another small airtime hill into the ride's last inversion, a 0G roll, which delivers some good whip as the ride loses some of its momentum. Out of the 0G roll, you whip into a rightward bank turn, downward for a moment, and into another rightward overbank turn. You finish the ride out with a rightward turning airtime hill, followed by another small airtime hill before climbing into the final brake run. Twisted Timbers is an airtime machine. On a summer day or a warmer day after a full day of running, this ride absolutely hauls through its layout. The 3 consecutive airtime hills try to throw you out of your seat, while the section with the trick track double up whips you around without any care in the world. The smaller airtime and speed hills deliver some great ejector airtime pops, while the inversions provide some good variety to break up all the time you're out of your seat. For the trick track double up section in particular, you get absolutely whipped through those airtime hills. For those who have ridden Wildcat's Revenge, this section delivers forces similar to the ones you feel over the turning double down. You just get whipped around. Twisted Timbers is a near perfect ride as it just delivers on every level. The only thing that might hold it back is that it lacks a unique pre-lift section, much like the one on Wildcat's Revenge. Aside from that aspect, Twisted Timbers is an incredible ride that delivers one of the best ride experiences on the East Coast and perhaps the country. Overall, Kings Dominion knocked it out of the park when they transformed Hurler into Twisted Timbers. Between its smoothness, intense airtime, and whippy transitions, Twisted Timbers has a little bit of everything. We have heard from multiple park goers that Twisted Timbers is arguably the best and their favorite ride at Kings Dominion. We definitely understand that, as it is one of our top coasters. For a final score, we give Twisted Timbers a 10 out of 10. Aside from a couple of nits, Twisted Timbers is a perfect ride, and it gives KD arguably one of the best 1-2 punches out there. So, let us know in the comments if you have ridden Twisted Timbers, and if so, what you think of it. And as always, stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content from Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.